hundreds of questions which I got. I am going to do this. I have got satsang group in which a lot of the people who are joined today, and they are the people who have sent me questions. Unfortunately, I don't think I can give time for asking questions, so I will suspend all that. From this day onwards, every day we will have some time for asking questions and then solving. If somebody else who is not part of my satsang who wanted to ask some specific questions, probably you could ask me questions, or if you have some comments, probably I'll be the happiest person. But giving some respect to people who are from outside the country, if anybody is there from outside the country, I know people join from Italy, Africa, UK, USA. There are people who have attended. If somebody wanted to make some comments or asking questions, probably, yeah, Gulf we have, I know Aravind is there, maybe somebody could make some comments or ask some questions. I'll be the happiest person to answer in the way in which I could, or maybe somebody else. I am so courageously asking that, you can ask any question, because there are more learned people than me in this gallery. Anybody could unmute and answer.
One second.
Yeah.
Before we go into the questions, I mean, this is we don't have a paid Google Meet subscription. So in case the call get disconnected, I recommend that you may join back in the same link, because we have a limitation, like Google only permits us to have the free Google Meet link to an extent. So maybe we can take one or two courtesy questions and be safe on that side. Arunji, what do you say?
Yeah, that will be appropriate, because we have the time limitation also. But one thing I must admit, this is the first time we are getting more than 100 participants. This is it gives immense pleasure for the organization also. And thanks a lot for Sasikumar sir for such a wonderful discourse. It was a very thought-provoking speech you have given. So now over to the audience. We have very limited time, but still we will come up with Sasikumar sir will be able to take at least 2-3 questions at least.
On the gallery, I am seeing Shobha Namaskaram. Shobha Panikar from Delhi, who was feeding me for a long time in Delhi when I was there.
Can I ask one thing?
Please go ahead.
Namaste. Yeah, somebody was, I don't know.
This is Ajit Basu.
Yeah.
Please go ahead.
Yeah.
Please go ahead.
So, being a learner of Yoga Vasishta, I know Rama is the greatest learner ever existed in Indian history, because being taught by 4 great stalwarts of Indian history, Lord Vasishta, Lord Valmiki, Lord Vishwamitra, and Lord Agastya. No other student in the Indian history ever got such an opportunity. Now, Shashiji, my question is, currently we are facing a huge amount of existential vacuum. Recently in Kerala, we have a 4th standard student committing suicide. That means, Rama also faces the same exact, being a benevolent God, a Lord, he also faces existential vacuum. And I've been seeing, being in the field of education, quite a bit of such situation. So how will we deal with it? Because this is a beautiful congregation from all over the world with same intention. Please shed some light on that. Thank you.
I think just now we finished a recording where Lakshmiji was asking same question. I suggest you, it was almost 25 minutes we have invested on the same question what Ajitji asked. Few minutes back, I completed a recording with Lakshmiji. I suggest probably you should send a WhatsApp to me. I'll send the link of that recording, which is exhaustively we have discussed this. We have a great vacuum, which is not there probably in other religions. We have to say that, admit to that we are an utter failure in taking care of our children. We have not given a parental. I was part of Ramakrishna Mutt in same Hyderabad. I have done hundreds of parents training programs. The art of parenting was my topic on every Sunday, where children are sent for different classrooms. The parents have to wait there for 4 hours after the program to pick up their children. Under me, thousands of batches, probably thousands of batches, no exaggeration, because 54 weeks every year, 10 years, 20 years, that is almost 1,000. I have done 20 years of service in Ramakrishna Mutt. One topic was art of parenting. I have also taught art of death, how to die peacefully at the end of your life. Marana Kala, Malayalathu Parnjal. Adum padipikkan karanam, that is the reason, because the biggest problem is, Shobhaji knows my best company in temple when I used to sit in Delhi, Uttara Guruvayurappan temple were young children. And I had a great fun of asking young children how much mark you will give it to your father. Immediate answer comes 0. Then the next question is how much mark you will give it to your mother as a mother. Again the child will say 0. Then next question is how much you will give it to your grandmother. They will say 100 out of 100. My question is, why the same grandmother makes their children enemies to their grandchildren? Who is feeding this that your son is not good, my daughter is not good, daughter-in-law is not good, son-in-law is not good? This is what is being fed. We have a great principle in Bharatiya Sankalpa. After some time, elderly people should go to Vanavasa. It is not Vanavasa, it is Vanavasa. Vanavasam is don't involve in somebody's family affair. You understood? I had a great friend of mine who is no more here, Kotarathil Narendran. He has written a beautiful poetry describing how grandparents are being kept in their children's. To take care of the grandchildren, they are bought in Delhi and they are put in a small shell. Whereas they would have enjoyed their life in Kerala in the traditional old house with the village. So what is their mental state? They are not happy. When you are not happy, how can you make others happy? So the problem is grandparents are not happy because they have a freedom problem. Because their children dictate what you are supposed to do. And they have nice reasons. That poetry beautifully explains. Nice reason because in your village there is no hospital. Delhi we have best hospitals. So come to Delhi and stay. It is not for hospitals. Correct? Now we have got similar situation in Hyderabad. Getting a servant maid in America is the most costliest thing. So what do? Is father goes and stays 6 months. Father and mother together will not go. Because 6 months only they can stay. Once the mother comes, the father goes. So they are separated 6 months, 6 months. Throughout life, they cannot stay together when you have a grandchild. The reason given is, you have to take care of our children. But visa is only 6 months, right? After 6 months, you have to come back. See, imagine the panic when you are even at old age, you don't have freedom. We are all constrained. We are all bounded. That is the bondage which we are talking about. We should have, that's why I said freedom and courage. If these two things are not there, whatever depression we have, whatever constraint we have, whatever problem we have to share it to somebody. To whom we can share? I don't think anybody would have asked their grandchildren how much mark you will give to your father and mother and grandfather and grandmother. I did it. I take a survey of people and then find out this is what it is. So it's a great lesson from young children. We should take how they are evaluating the parents. So when I do workshop, I keep saying each one of us, let us do one analysis of how much mark I will give to my wife, how much mark I will give to my brother and sister. Then you will realize. I remember same Shobha Chechi's daughter Surya was there. I kept asking. We have got Satvik, Rajasik, Tamasic characters. So I keep asking, are you a Satvik, Rajasik or Tamasic? So she didn't understand. That time I said, cat is some style, rat is some style, dog is some style, and fox is another style. You tell me which character is more closer to you. She says, this is my character. Immediately I ask, your mother is of what type? So she says, some other style. And what is your father? I am not telling who's what is that. It is there in my book, Life Made Simple. Whatever is exactly verbatim, it is there. So I asked, what is your father's type? So she says something else. I said, a cat and a dog cannot produce a fox. So it is not what we get from family alone. We gather lot of lessons from the peer groups, teenage. So we have diluted ourselves. We lost our basic character. So if we lost our basic character, we have all these problems. So we need to create a real learning about the role, goal, values, how to build character, which is our knowledge, which we had. Somebody asked me, being a scientist, how are you believing God? I said, I don't want to believe that my father and mother are fools. So they believed, I am still believing. I don't have to give a reason other than that. I think that is the basic reason which I have to give, right? Do you think that you are more brilliant and intelligent? No, I don't think. I don't think I am brilliant and intelligent than my Probably my father is uneducated, my mother is uneducated. Doesn't matter, but they had faith. So I belong to that faith. Now let me prove that they are wrong. That is what Dr. TPS did. I was proving that one by one is wrong. Then I realized it is not wrong. I was wrong in my hypothesis and assumptions. So I started proving. That is how I learned many things. So I think everybody should become a charvaka, criticize everything, and then start learning. Probably you will end up in what is that value system we should have. By the time Krishna, Rama, Govinda, most of the people would have left. Therefore, start with a presumption that let me make people happy. That is how we should make our young children to understand. That is how we go to most of the education places and tell the problems are not problems. I am the problem. I can resolve all my problems. I have got power and energy to solve my problems. That is what just now we were mentioning about. Yeah, Lakshmi ji, we were talking about Hanuman. Hanuman doesn't know that the problem solutions are with him. Somebody has to tell him. So Ramayana gives solutions to most of our problems. Somebody has to trigger and tell me. And that triggering person is Jambavan, who is much more senior people. And that is what father's role at home. All grandfathers, grandmothers are Jambavan. And they should tell, you have great power, start fighting against people. But what happens is our education system, the finger to the lip is what is being learned. Don't ask questions, keep quiet. And the teachers keep shouting. You are seeing contradiction and conflict there itself. Teachers are shouting, and what are they shouting? To make you keep quiet. That is where our problem is. So we have to change the education system. I've got a beautiful concept of grandma child care Shiksha Gurukulam, which talks about how a grandmother's house have to be a education system which traditionally we had. I never had kilogram classes, no L kilogram, no U kilogram in my life. I think that is the greatest blessings which I have. And I studied in a normal village school where no homework and no classes most of the days. We are allowed to play up to 7th class. Only 8th class we had a realization. And that is good enough. That is what is to be done. So give freedom, give courage, make them to face all the problems in life.
Any other questions? I think we'll be able to take one or two more.
Yeah, good enough.
Yeah, good evening, sir.
Yeah, namaskar.
Namaskaram, sir. I'm not sure now the question which I'm going to ask is relevant to this subject or not. But I've just, we as a youth, we always used to say that the problem in our life is F square. That is either the family issues or the financial issues. The both are interrelated as well. And I've seen, many people just suggested that, we get every solutions from our Vedas and from our, early books. So my question is, sir, I've seen some people just suggested that the Samartha Kurumba is everything. But as a middle class family, I've seen my family struggling, and we were not able to just add a Samartha Kurumba because they were busy with their problems and they were busy with resolving their problems. And as a kids, we were just ignored, not by on a intentional meaning, but they were busy with something else. They had to just resolve that problem. But they were ignorant to us. In that case, we were not able to get any knowledge, or we were not able to get any knowledge about our the ancestral things. Everything was ignorant totally. But the same thing has been carried forward into many families. But I would like to ask you, with the support of all our religious or ancestral or early roots, how will we make it from the Samartha family to the Samriddha family?
Yeah, the beautiful question. When I go to international schools or maybe the lowest schools, I must have visited 10,000s of schools. 10,000s, I am saying. I don't even have a count. Spoke to millions of children in this country and abroad. I asked them, how many of you had breakfasts? That's the first question probably in the morning I ask. I have seen 80% of the children did not had breakfast. Then the next question is it because you don't have breakfast at home? Those who did not had breakfast and did not had it, raise your hands. All of them will put it down. It is not because they are not poor, they did not have breakfast. There are rich people, they don't have time for their children. Got it? It is not poverty which made them to be away from. See, unless your tummy is full, you cannot study. That basic rule is not understood. It is not rich or poor. It is a temperament. What is samriddhi? My mother, I see, in my childhood, we were very rich. But we didn't have a mixie. So we have to have grinding with the hands. My sister becomes so tired because there are 14 members in the family. Do you think everybody gets 28? Making 28 dosha was a big burden. That too in the no smoky kitchen. So we were never having chutney. It is not because there is no mirchi, there is no salt, there is no coconut. Everything is at home. But once you make a chutney, you will eat 3 doshas. If you don't have chutney, you eat only 1. You understood? So I used to grind chutney and share it with my sister for half part of her dosha for me. Previous day I used to grind. Is it called as poverty? Yes. So I have gone through poverty. What is poverty is, the worst poverty in your life is you will have to earn your food. I have earned my food by myself. I have to grind for getting 1 extra half dosha from my sister if that job is given to her. For fetching water, I used to bribe. Say that I will fetch water for you, but I have to get this much quantity of food from you. That's why you have ate in my life. Now tell me, is that what is the problem? Poverty? No, it is not poverty. It is not whether you are rich or poor. It is the attitude which is to be set. The attitude matters. How a mother. The other day I was in Kottayam for a program, and I generally don't say that no, I am here, but somebody wanted to meet me so badly. A person who works with a grill making job, that welding job, daily wages. The mother is into stitching job. Her first daughter has completed PhD in electrical engineering. They have a small house. I have gone to that small shop. It's a 1 mission stitching job. They have a great attitude. First is PhD in electrical engineering. Second is MBBS. You think that a rich person, I have got richest people where they write neat. And today I had a question I was sharing with Lakshmi ji. Should we sell 2.5 acres of land and make my children to learn BDS is the question. So they have 2.5. See, their guarantee that I have got this much land and property makes them not to perform well in academics. The other person knows if I have to survive, I have to do well. You tell me what is samriddhi? Samriddhi in thoughts, samriddhi in attitude, samriddhi in behaving, samriddhi in communicating, samriddhi in networking with the people. That is lacking. This is where our problem is. We don't understand samriddhi in the sense, I may be rich for my cup of tea. I should decide where should I have my tea. That's all the difference. I may have it on roadside 75 paise in Calcutta. When 20 years back when I went. But I was staying in Taj, it was 75 rupees per class. But I still remember my friend said, better than Taj, you will get on roadside, come. After having tea, went and had there. See that our temperament, our attitude gives us the taste of life. Samriddhi is a feeling. And that is what is against materialistic. We all compare samriddhi is materialistic. No, it is not materialistic. I will tell you, most of the people in Kerala buy car not because they really wanted to use car. The neighbor has a car. That's my problem. We all compare always. It is not what I have. What somebody else have got is my problem. We always compare. This is the problem which we have. I think samriddhi have got a different contextual meaning in all our idihasa puranas. That is to be taught thoroughly. So full samriddhi is not. No, otherwise, why Rama should run away from the palace to the forest? It is not because his father told. It is because the king told. See, the value is not for the father, value is for the king. The word has to be considered entirely different. Got it? So we should think about the context in which it is written. What is being told? Very beautiful question. I think we should have come one to one. Any point of time, I have got 100 questions, probably 100 days or maybe 10-15 days continuously I will have this discussion in I've got a beautiful satsang group. A lot of people are here because I have got satsang group. I have got youth, nearly 200 people who are under my mentoring today. All of them have joined. So I think we should have dialogue, discussions, teach them what exactly is our scriptures and objective and scope, the context in which is being told. That is not being told when you read Bhagavad Gita, most probably. It is not Bhagavad Gita learning. The context in which Bhagavad Gita is being told is what is to be understood. It is not raising war. My Purvikas, earlier people have fought a war, therefore they lost their Kuruvamsha, therefore don't do it is what is being told. When you understand that, many people you must have heard saying, no, Bhagavad Gita is being told to fight war. No. But if somebody has to fight war, yes, that's also permitted. Agradas chaduro veda prishtaja shasharam dhanur. Keep all the knowledge in your front. If somebody doesn't listen, take your weapons and fight. That is what is being told. That courage we should have. Freedom to fight, freedom not to fight is with them. So every child, rich or poor, it doesn't matter. I am rich for my cup of tea. That's what I keep saying. You decide where should I have my tea. Tell me in India, there is no poverty. There is only lazy people. There is only lazy people. Anybody who is ready to work. I'll tell you, a B.Tech gets less salary than the housemaid who comes and helps me, the helper in my house. She earns more money than a B.Tech. But we are not ready to do that. We consider the unwanted ego. That's what happens. Today is a Bonalu in Hyderabad. I am staying alone in my house. I told my maid, don't come today. I will clean the house. Because she has to celebrate, right? You understood? I do all the jobs in my house. We have to be ready. Poverty is not that we become rich, I don't do anything. No, that should be kept away. I am ready to do anything, do any job. That is what is to be done. There is no poverty in India. I think government of India, Modi has taken care. There is nobody who is poor in India. Nobody is deprived of treatment. Everybody has lavish life. Got it? I don't think somebody who doesn't have a house, the house is being given with an Aadhaar card to prove, because they don't even have a house. Where is Aadhaar card? Where is the address proof? No. So even that is not asked. But there is nobody poor in this country. There is only lazy and smart people. There are only two types of people. That's why I keep saying, give me a violent boy, I will make them silent. Give me a silent boy, I will make them violent. We need both characters. Somebody who wants a job, come, I will give you a job now. In Hyderabad, we need a lot of people. When we closed the Bangladesh border with Calcutta, whole Calcutta city, there are no servant maids. We need a lot of people at work. And all the Bengali people have come to Kerala. But these Kerala people will work only when they go to Gulf. That's a problem. You are ashamed. You know, most of the people call me and say, I am joining in Coimbatore for graduation and Bangalore for graduation. I ask why. I have written NEET 5 times. So staying in my village is shame for me. That's the only reason. There is no other reason. Why are you going away from the village to study? It is shame. No, 5 years I tried for medical. I couldn't get. How do I study in a college where my seniors are super seniors? I mean, my batchmates are super seniors and I am below them. They are doing masters, I am doing graduation. Therefore, they run away from this. So there is no poor people. The poorest of the poor is also on this. You know how much money India is spending on quota factory? You look at it. Tuition alone. If all these tuition shops can be closed and government can provide beautiful education, Indian education system will become the best in the world. Every tuition shop has to be, I don't call it as college and school. Tuition shop has to be closed. Understand, up to 10th class, we need a great license to teach. 11th and 12th integrated, any buffalo can start. Nobody is going to check them. Because we have got open system which can be registered, everybody can be put there. It's a big problem. It's a big problem in India. And many poor people will go there and join. I don't understand who is this poor person who is able to pay 1.5 lakhs, 2 lakhs, 3 lakhs and join in such places. Good enough? It's almost reaching 10, I think.
Yeah. I think we'll wind up for the time being, and as like everybody has told, like this Yuva Bharati is going to take it as a mission. We will continue this discussions in the coming days. So, like as this is the blissful month of Ramayana, I think it's a very good note we have started with this very interesting topic. So let us continue this, and on behalf of Panchajanyam Bharatham, I assure that we'll be continuing this mission. So now let us wind up with the vote of thanks from Sri Bijou Vijay.
I think before the official vote of thank, I should thank Biju, Binu, both Lakshmi is Advocate Arun, and Architect Lakshmi is also there from Bangalore, and Anurag, and all the people who made this happen. And then thank you so much. Ishwaranigrahan Davatte.
Thank you, sir. Much pleasure, sir. Much pleasure.
Thank you, Doctor. Thank you, sir.
I welcome Sri Bijou Vijayan for the vote of thanks.
Thank you, Doctor.
പാഞ്ചജന്യം ഭാരതം സംഘടിപ്പിച്ചുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കുന്ന ഗ്ലോബൽ രാമായണ ഫെസ്റ്റിവലിന്റെ ഭാഗമായ വിന്നിംഗ് ദ ഇന്നർ ബാറ്റ് യൂസ് സെക്ടർ സെൽഫ് മാസ്റ്ററി എന്ന പ്രോഗ്രാം ഇവിടെ അവസാനിക്കുകയാണ്. ഇതിൽ പങ്കെടുത്ത എല്ലാവർക്കും നന്ദി അറിയിക്കാവുന്ന കത്തിൽ ഞാൻ കടക്കുന്നു. ആദ്യമേ ഇതിന്റെ അധ്യക്ഷനായ എം ലാൽകൃഷ്ണ, ഇത് മുഖ്യ പ്രഭാഷണം നടത്തിയ ഡോക്ടർ TPS. As usual, it was a very wonderful section from Dr. TPS as we heard what is the importance of mastering the mind, what is understanding and misunderstanding, and how the understanding conveyed to misunderstanding, and how to differentiate the faith and wisdom. I would like to tell that being optimistic and thinking positively is very important. Make a connection network, as are told, and also important for the mastering mind. Nowadays, where people are trying to live like others, that makes a problem. As sir told, if somebody has a car, we are also like to have a car. Somebody has a bungalow, we are also like to have a bungalow. That is making a problem. So mastering mind is very important. Once again, sir, thank you so much for your valuable and informative speech. And Kumari Sriya and Kumari Nairanin, ഇതിൽ പങ്കെടുത്ത ബാക്കി എല്ലാവർക്കും